I've been thinking a lot recently about how Christianity creates this theistic-based bystander effect.
Uh-huh. And do you have research to back this up? Or is it just something you believe in without evidence?
When your worldview tells you that there is a sovereign God in control of everything, then when there is suffering happening directly in front of you, you're not going to feel an immediate sense of responsibility to fix it, to alleviate it.
That's right, folks. She thinks Christianity leads to less empathy and less charity work. Because we all know Christians have never done any charity work ever. Of course, when we leave Fantasyland and enter reality, we know there's no evidence to support such a baseless claim. The Bible constantly reminds Christians it's our job to help the poor and needy, to give charity, and extend the love of Christ to those around us. There is no evidence for her theistic-based bystander effect that she made up doing armchair philosophy, and we'll get to actual research in a minute.
And so yes, even though there are Bible verses telling you that you should feed the hungry and clothe the naked, it's not really systemic issues you should be worried about, right? Because after all, the sovereign God is in control of systems. So you'll help someone if it feels like maybe God has put them there on purpose in front of you for you to be the hands and feet of Jesus. But you're not really that concerned about solving anything beyond it.
There is no evidence that Christianity leads to this mentality. She has just made all this up because it fits her anti-religious agenda. Research from 53 countries found that frequent churchgoers are more active in volunteer work. Religious volunteering has a strong spillover effect, implying that religious citizens also volunteer more for secular organizations. And they also noted if secularization is an ongoing process in rich post-industrial societies, we expect declining levels of volunteering due to composition and context effects. In other words, as a nation secularizes and leaves Christianity behind, charity work declines as well. Research also shows that intrinsic religiosity leads to more agreeableness, conscientiousness, extroversion, and pro-social behavior. And other research shows Christian missionary activity has led to higher literacy rates, more education, more hospitals, better hygiene habits, nutrition and medical care, economic progress, and more human rights. The idea Christianity creates a theist-based bystander effect that leads to less empathy and charity work is something you'll only find in the imagination of an anti-theist who's trying to push her anti-religious agenda.
But our inaction doesn't feel like hope to the people who are actively suffering. It's just looking away and walking on by and trusting that someone else has got this one.
Yeah, and if you're so much better at helping others than us Christians, maybe you should start an international charity. Something like the International Justice Mission, World Vision, Compassion International, Convoy of Hope, the Salvation Army, World Relief, Hope International, Samaritan's Purse, Children's Hunger Fund, or Cross International. You know, all charities that were founded by Christians. So until you do, maybe you shouldn't talk about how much better you think you are than Christians when you clearly have no knowledge on this subject.